Hey, hi, what's good, guys, and welcome to Tales of Cass. Let go! I was 19 years of age. That's when we had decided that, we were going to do the deed. Yeah. Do the damn deed. And then we ended up going to the clinic. At first, I started going on the pill. A lot of females are aware of what the pill is. Some guys are as well. I know you take the pill at a certain time every day until, and then you take a breather or whatever, and then you bleed out or whatever, and then you continue taking the pill. In my case, I was unfortunate. I literally bled out and I kept bleeding out. Me and my partner then went to the clinic, and the doctor said for me to continue the dosage. As soon as he heard that, I just agreed to everything that he said, and I went home and I stopped the dosage. I bled out a lot more. That's probably why he told me to stop it and run its course until the end. But I couldn't wait because it just wasn't normal to me. At this time, my parents didn't even know I was having sex yet. So, I was there like, there's pads for how long? My dad would be asking questions like, Cassandra. So I just avoided all of that. And after that course, I went back to my having normal periods, doing normal things. I was that girl that was playing football on my period. Like, I was never in pain. I could do anything and everything. I was kind of fortunate. I got into another relationship. Again, we went back to the clinic now to look at different ways of the doctor there was talking, and now she had mentioned something called the implant. So it's like a little thing, it goes into your arm. Apparently it's not even visible, which up until now, if I strip naked for you guys, yeah, it is visible. It is visible. You can still see the two dots, and I don't even have it in anymore. I don't even know what she was talking about. I couldn't even have it for my brother. He nudged it a few times. He nudged it. He actually did. But yeah, so the implant stays in your body for 3 years. Apparently you can't get pregnant and whatever, this, that, and the other. So we were like, cool. So we gave it a try, I was with my second boyfriend for a much longer period of time. And the first 6 months, I bled out. So I was bleeding for 6 months. It was like light bleeding though. Like, it started off heavy. Then when I get my periods, it was like normal bleeding. But when them periods stop, I was just having like spotting, you can say. So I was actually going through the whole spotting phase for 6 months. After 6 months, my periods started to be irregular. I couldn't calculate when they're coming or not, but I wasn't bleeding out as much as I was at the first 6 months of this tragedy. 22 going on 23, my relationship started to get rocky here and there, so I wasn't really having like sex as much as couples were really having sexual intercourse. So it was time for me to either take it out and put in another one. At that time, me and my partner thought that we were going to try work things out. So it got to year 3 and I took it out. I went to put the other one back in, but it didn't even last long. I took that bad boy right out within months. It was just like the same continual bleeding here and there. But as I said previously, it wasn't as bad. So, I could actually ride it out. For me personally, it was better than me becoming pregnant. Literally, when I was going to the clinic to take it out, so I guess that was sort of like year 3, year 4. Because 3 years, it lasts in my arm for 3 years. On the 4th year, I went to get the new one, yeah? So on the 4th year, when I was taking it out, the woman was like, are you sure you don't want to take it? Are you sure you want to take it out, Cassandra? She wanted me to be her thoughts. That was not going to happen. I know what I should be doing, okay? So I took it out, yeah? And this is when disaster started. So I took out the implant, from what I know, in the year 2015, somewhere over there. And the 1st of January 2016 is when I had my first period of the year. Imagine that, the first period of the year. I literally had to call off sick. That was the most worst pain ever. I was suffering, I was bleeding out, I was vomiting, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I felt dizzy, I felt weak, because you know, like, if you lack the nutrients in your body, then obviously you're not gonna be able to walk around, be doing star jumps and everything else that you want to be doing in the building. So it was when I took out that contraception, that's when everything just started to go downhill. From 2016, and it is now 2020, I have been vomiting on my periods. I have been bleeding out so much. When it's regular, I'm still in pain. I can literally count how much times I've had a normal period during the 4 years. Started probably about 2017. I started seeking help at the doctors. So I went into the GP and I was talking about it. The doctor was talking crap at the time, so I decided to go to a nurse. When I had gone to the nurse now, she then referred me to get an ultra scan. So it's when you put the jelly on the belly, and she's scanning over it, and she's checking basically for cysts, anything irregular in that sort of area. The results came back. Once again, I had to phone the GP, make an appointment, then go into the doctors to hear the results, and they had told me that they couldn't find anything. I got referred to the gynecologist, and that's when I went into the gynecologist. I think that was the same year, 2016. And that's when this guy had preached the whole preaching of contraception. Yeah, he was a contraception preacher. He was telling me about all these other contraceptions that I should try now, and it's not going to be like that. You know, the other option they have is to remove my ovaries, but I'm very young. And I said, there's no way in hell you'll remove my ovaries, because I will chop suey your head. And plus, I want to have children. So that wasn't an option for me. Like, I was actually very upset at the time. I remember I was crying. I had gone with one old friend that I knew back then, and I was very upset. Like, this whole thing was actually a very emotional thing. So, you know, I had just left it. I decided, let me just deal with the pain. I had got a video of one of my friends, and she sent me a video, you know, for all my lot that know sister, you know, Tia Mowry, she has something called endometriosis. Yeah, so this is where it gets a bit, everyone pay attention, this is some education. Yeah, so there's a thing called endometriosis, yeah, which is swelling in the lining of the uterus, which causes painful periods, being sick, pain before your period, like a whole week of irritable, shooting pain in the stomach, and all of the symptoms that I had been having, you know. And I noticed that the one thing that you had to do though was to get surgery to see if you have it, then get another surgery to remove it. This will obviously include scarring, but at this point, I don't even care what it includes, as long as I can have children at the end of it and be in no more pain during my period cycles. In 2018, I got a new GP practitioner now, and I'm thinking they're going to take me more serious. So, you know, when you start a GP, you go and see the nurse. She takes your height, weight, yada. And then after that, I had made another appointment for my periods, yeah? So a few weeks after that, I'd got an appointment for my period pains, yeah, and I had literally sat there and explained the situation to the woman. After sitting there and explaining the situation, even after cussing my old GP to her, she then told me, there's this medication that we have, and you'll go on this medication first, and then if not, we'll refer you to get these checks, yeah, to see if you actually have endometriosis, because I had actually had to mention it to her. Like I said, guys, when you think you have something, or you're getting the symptoms of something, always Google it. Try and go on YouTube, look at different videos, see if you actually have some similarities, and then put it forward to the practitioner at the time so that they can actually get into it. At first, the medication was working perfectly, yeah? And then later on, it brought vomiting on whilst being on the medication. So I would take a medication, and then I'd vomit it back up, and then I'd keep vomiting. So there's no pain control. So while I'm in pain, I'm vomiting as well, with my body not even accepting the medication that's going down, yeah? She said, yeah, that she was going to refer me if the medication had stopped working. So now, she's no longer my doctor. I got a male doctor now, and I had gone to this male doctor. And then after explaining the whole situation, I think, again to him, I literally spent like 40 minutes sitting there, explaining everything to him again. Do you know what he said, guys? There's this new set of medication that we can give you. And if you take this medication, after 2 months, then we can refer you. So now, yeah, I'm like all types of frustrated. Like, I get home, I'm screaming, I'm shouting on the phone. Like, I'm telling my bedrooms now, and they're just like, no, Cass, like, go private, go this, that. But no, I actually want to see how far the NHS, including the GP surgeries, because obviously they come from the NHS, will actually go in helping people like me that suffer from these period pains. I'm in a lot of pain, guys. Like, it's basically hard as well because, you know, like, obviously I have a job. So I can't be going to my job and telling them, oh yeah, basically 2 days of every month I might not come into work because I'm in pain on my periods. And you know, some periods, like, you can sit down and the pain will be calm when you're sitting down, but now I'm like laying down sometimes I'm like cooped up, rolling around, I'm vomiting. Like, on the first day of my periods, I promise you guys, I am vomiting like twice, 3 times the whole day, and it's like non-stop. So yeah, I'm going a bit fast, so let me just slow it down. At first, I started to get my periods, which was actually 5 days, as I said before, and I wasn't throwing up. I then started to get my periods, which was 5 days, and I was throwing up the first 2 days. The third day, I was recovering, so I was eating light foods like soup and everything else like that. Periods started to last for 7 days, yeah? So they started to last for 7 full days, which they are doing now. 7 full days, and for 3 days, I may be vomiting and I might be sick. So my periods can either, on day 1, I won't be sick, I'll just be in a lot of pain. Day 2 and day 3, I'll start vomiting, yeah? Or day 1 and day 2, I'll be vomiting. Day 3, I'm recovering. 4, 5, 6, 7 is slowing down, it's getting ready to finish, yeah? So that's just the cycle of my periods. During that time, I had posted a lot on my Snapchat, and I got so much love from you guys, so I literally can't thank you guys enough. I had people crying, shocked that it was happening to them as well, like they wasn't the only ones. I had my close friends that was going through it, my close friends that have like cysts and stuff. I'm gonna say that some part has been myself, you know. I've gone through some stressful things that's happened, and no, stress doesn't help. But these are just the things that I'm going to mention in the next video, you know, so just stay tuned. All I want to say is thank you guys for watching this video, you know. Help me help you help me by commenting down below, people that are going through the same thing, what they have done as well. But yeah, I have no cysts. They have found no cysts. So basically, I want people to comment that have no cysts, that are going through that certain period pain. Hello.